Okay. In our last class, what we have learned our dialog box. In dialog box, we have learned about the alert dialog box. If we wanted to make some prompt, like, we wanted to make one button alert where we have only one button over there. So we will using the alert dialog box. It will just only this, giving us click message. There is another dialog box which is we can say confirmation dialog box. Usually in confirmation dialog box there will be two buttons. Okay, first one is the okay and cancel or something like that, and another dialog box will be the prompt dialog box. I request you to please do some practice on it and do some R&D, research and development, and do yourself what is prompt dialog box. May I know how many students have done this prompt dialog box? Can you please raise hand and let me know what is the prompt dialog box, so we will move forward then. Ryan or Saif or Abdul Rahman, have you done something on prompt dialog box? Okay, it seems you guys are not, doing this practice at home. This is not good actually. So I wish you should do some, homework after the class. Otherwise, you will start forgetting it. Because in programming things, if you will not do practice, you will not, move forward. You will not learn so many things actually. So please, please, please do some practice at home. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you in our advanced classes actually. Okay. So I give you just prompt dialog box. What is that? The prompt dialog box is actually is a very useful when you want to pop up a text box to get some user input, and also it enable you to interact with the user. The user need to fill in the field and then click something okay box, and the dialog box is display using a method called prompt. Okay, we are using the prompt method. Okay, and which takes two parameter basically. First one is a label which you want to display in the text box, and the next one is default string dialog box, display box in the text field. That this dialog box actually has two button, okay or cancel, as I explained you earlier. If the user clicks on okay button, then the window method prompt will call and will return some, the entered value with the text box. And if the user click the cancel button, the window method prompts return nothing. Okay, it will return as null things. Okay, so this is the mechanism of the prompt dialog box. I wish you should do some R&D on it and do some practice over there. If there is any problem with you guys, please do let me know. I will guide you immediately. Okay, so from here I am going to move to the next topic. Our next topic is the page printing actually. What is that? The the page printing. We are covering this page printing. What is that? Many time what happened, you would like to place a button on your web page. Okay, to print the content of that page actually, via an actual printer. So JavaScript help you to implement this functionality using the print function of window object. Okay, so how it works, let us learn through example. Okay, this one is I remove. um, what we'll do. Mm, mm, mm. We'll remove each and everything from here up till here. Okay, this one also I'm going to remove. Okay, so what I do, I will create a form. Okay, let's use this one. Okay, form is here already. So input type is equal to button. I will keep it like that. Value will be click me, instead of click me, it will be print. Okay. And on click, there is one default, this thing, this, what we call that command, which we call window dot print, print, print. Okay. And I will close this one like that, and I close the form. Let's copy, copy path, and I'll go there, paste it here. You see, click on the following. If I will click print, my printer will get opened. Okay, so I can able to print any of my page. Okay, this is the simple things. Okay, so you need to do some more practice on it, but this is the simple command which you are going to use it. Okay, so today we are going to start our some of our some advanced topic. Okay, and in advanced topic we will learn about objects. Okay. Okay, wait, let me. Okay, we learn about object. Let me give you this one as well, so you can do some practice if you want. Okay, to chat everyone, so you can copy and paste this one. Okay. uh, we are going to learn objects. Okay, as I said, uh, what is object exactly? Objects. Okay, what is objects? In JavaScript, uh, actually the JavaScript is an object oriented programming. Okay, it's based on object. This is the programming language, can be called as object oriented programming. It provides uh, four basic capabilities to developers. Let us learn the four basic capabilities. First one is encapsulation. What is that? Encapsulation. What is that encapsulation? It is the capability to store related information, whether data or method, together in an object. Okay, so you can easily store some information while using of encapsulation method. Okay, encapsulation capability. Another thing is aggregation. Aggregation, aggregation actually, aggregation. What is that aggregation? Aggregation is the capability to store one object inside another object. Okay, if you wanted to make make a store of one object within another object, you can do it like that. Another capability is inheritance. Inheritance is very interesting things. Okay, let me give you one example. Okay, inheritance means you have something, some inheritance which you wanted to transform from one object to another object. Some properties, for example, some properties you are getting from your parents, like, so it's, we can say, I get this thing from my inheritance from my father. So the same thing is applicable here. This capability of class to rely upon another class, for whatever is, and properties is available on another object or class, it will be available on that one same, for same of its property or in the method actually. Okay, so inheritance is something like that. Another thing is polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is another thing, it is another capability to write one function or method that works in a variety of different way. For example, you have created one function of let me give you example of table. Okay, and you write one a function with name of table. Okay, but this table or function or method, so will transform many table. You know, you if you click on 2, it will give you 2 tables. You give 100, it will give you 100 tables. It will give, you will enter 50, it will give you 50 tables, something like that. This is the basic example of polymorphism, but we can learn in advanced programming what is exactly polymorphism, but this is the basic things. So what we have learned here in object oriented programming, there are 4 basic capabilities which you developer should learn and developer should know. First one is encapsulation. In encapsulation, in encapsulation, it is the ability to store related information. Okay, whatever is related information, related to function, related to object, so it will be storing that information in encapsulation capability. It is whether the data or method or together in an object, so it will be storing like that. Aggregation is the capability to store one object inside another object. Okay, so if you have one object, okay, if you wanted, for example, you have big room available and you wanted to make an simple the small store in it, so you can do it. Ob- Object under object, so it is called in aggregation. Inheritance, so it means you are transforming from one capabilities to from one object to another object, which have same behavior, same attitude, same parameter, same capabilities, so it will be like that. And polymorphism, it will be the capability to write one function or method that works in a variety of different ways. So this is the four principles of your basic capabilities of your object oriented programming language. Okay, another thing, in object oriented objects are composed basically of attributes. Okay, okay, and every objects have some attributes. Okay, like if I give you example of object like human, what kind of attribute they have? The attribute in terms, he can see, he can listen, he can taste, he can walk, he can touch, he can do many things. Human is an object. Okay, so we can say objects have so many attributes. Okay, so many properties. If an attribute contains a function, it is considered to be a method of that object. Otherwise, the attribute is considered as a property. Okay, now what is object property? We have learned about object property. Object properties can be any of the 3 primary data types. Okay, let us learn what is that 3 primary object data types, or any of the object data types, such as another object. Object properties are usually variable that are used internally in the object method, but can also be globally visible variable that are used throughout the page actually. Okay, so if you are creating one object in one page, you can use that object property. Okay, we will learn this one with some example. Okay, uh, about the object, the syntax, how we write an object. Okay, how we write an object syntax. Okay, the syntax will be, the syntax of objects will be like that. How you write, like you write object name dot object property is equal to property value. Okay, this is our uh, how we write any object. Okay, now let's learn what is that exactly. For example, if I uh, uh, let me write this code. uh, it will get the document title using some title. Let's write like that. I'm creating variable. Okay, and there is a string. Okay, if it is data, my uh, variable name, and I'm saying document dot title. Okay, so it will store my document dot title. Okay, will store on my string value. So this is another type of property. So this is the properties. Okay, the object properties. Now let's learn what is object method. There is another thing which is called object method. Okay, let's learn what is object method. Ob- Object uh, object method. Okay, what is object method? uh, Basically methods are the function. Okay, we already learned how to create function that let the object do something or let something to be done it. Okay, there is a small difference between a function and method. That at a function is a standalone unit or statement, and a method is attached to an object and can be referred by the this keyword. Okay, we will learn this with this keyword. Okay, so let me write this keyword. This keyword is very important for us. Okay, we will learn in detail. Right now we are covering only theoretical part. Okay, I will explain you what how we do it like that. Methods are useful for everything from displaying the content of the object to the screen to perform complex mathematical operation on a group of local properties and parameters. For example, uh, you are writing this thing document dot write. Okay, we used to write like that, document dot write. Okay, document dot write, and what you are writing, this is a test. Okay, something like that. Okay, this is test. Okay, so this is the keyword actually. Okay, now another thing is there is user defined objects, and there are object constructor. Instead of going through some, okay, let me explain you what is that thing. There is user defined object as well. Okay, there are user defined object, user defined objects. Okay, uh, all user defined objects and built-in objects are descendants actually of an object called object. For example, you can create your own object, and also there is some predefined object which is already available within JavaScript language. Okay, for example, there is one operator which we call the new operator. Okay, what is that? The new operator, the new operator is used to create an instance of an object, to create an object. Okay, the new operator is followed by the constructor method. Okay, we are learning about the constructor, so this is not the new thing. What is that constructor, we learn in later stage. In the following I'm giving you one example. The constructor method are object, array, and date. These constructors are built in JavaScript function in that way. For example, I create one variable which name of employee, and I say this is new object. Okay, new object, like that. Okay, I can explain like that. And there is another variable which is books. Okay, is equal to new array. Okay, this array we will learn in detail, but I'm just giving you one example of array. Like, we can have C++, we will have Perl, we will have JavaScript. Okay, something like that. So we will have many variable available under array, and also we will have date. Okay, let's do some practice how we can create an object. Okay, I will give you this one. Okay, so please uh, note it down, and we will learn in detail one by one each and everything by practice. Okay. Okay, now what is that? uh, let me define something, what you called it. Okay, I'm creating one title. Okay, title, what we are learning, user define objects. Okay. Okay, now from here onwards we will make sure that we should define some title, because whatever we learn, it should be comes on the title page. Okay. uh, Under the script, let us do one thing. I'm creating one variable. Variable name is book. Okay, and it is new object. Okay, it is new object. Why we use the new word? Because we are creating user defined object, means you are creating an object. This is defined by you. Okay, as a developer, when you create any object, then it means you will say new. And if you are using uh, any predefined objects, like by any default object, so what you do, you will use this keyword, but we will learn in detail in later stage. Okay, but when, because right now we are creating our own object. Okay, so we will do it like that. I am giving you create the object. Okay, so you will know what we are doing. Now we already create one object. We are assigning something on book dot subject. Okay, so we already create. What we create, we have create one object. This is empty object basically. Okay, now under the empty object, we are saying we are creating another element with name of subject. Okay, and with this subject I am assigning one value. What is the value? For example, I am assigning Perl. Perl is a language. Okay, Perl. What I am doing, I am assign properties to the object. Okay, to the object. Okay, let me create another object, another property, which is book. What properties we may have with the book? Book have some subject and book have some author. Okay, so I have creating two properties with the book. First one is subject. The subject of book is Pearl. Okay, and the property, the book author is Nomanul Haq. Okay, I will say I am the author of that book. Okay, I am repeating now. We have creating one object. How we creating? Again, we have creating by the way of we are creating normal variable. Okay, the object which we are creating, the object name is the book. Okay, with this object we are creating some properties. There are two properties of that book. Subject, we have some subject. I said Perl is a subject, or we can say, okay, JavaScript is our subject. Okay, and another property is author. I'm assigning value for both of them. Okay, I create properties and I also at the same time I assign the value on it. Now, how we can use it? Again, we will use this things in our body part. Okay. I will write, I will copy this one from here. I will copy. Okay. So again, I'm using JavaScript over in the body. Okay. Under the body, what I do, I will say document dot write. Okay. Document dot write. I will say here book name is, okay, I will say column. Book dot subject. Sorry. You will say book dot subject. No. Plus yes. Book dot subject. You see, it's automatically coming here, and I will say plus break. Okay, I will break it. Fine. So this is another thing, and I will write document dot write. Again, I will say book author is, book author is, how I write? Hold on. Plus. Yes, very good. Plus book dot author. Plus book. Do we have to add the spaces like this you're adding? Uh, in spaces, yes. You need to add it here because otherwise it will merge it, both of them. Both book dot, author, it automatically will come, and we'll say plus. Okay, I will break it here. Okay, now this one is completed. So what we do, let us see what is the result, what is the outcome. Okay, I will refresh it. Book name is JavaScript and book author is Nomanul Haq. What we have done, we have created only one variable with name of one object basically. In this object, we creating some properties. The property book.author, book.subject, and what else? Book.language. Okay, let's see. I'm creating another property book.language, and the language I will say English. Okay, and you can easily say, I will copy paste book language is book dot, when I say dot, and language automatically will should come here. You see, language automatically come, and once I will come here, you see it's coming like that. Okay, so today we have learned about the objects and its properties. And object, the user defined object. Okay, now let's learn second example. uh, in that example we will learn how to create an object with a user defined function. Here we are going to use keyword this, which is used to refer to the object that has been passed to a function. Okay, let us see what is that. Sorry, you can get rid of all of this. Okay, uh, let me copy paste that one over here. Okay, and also Now what we do, uh, under the head, I'm going to remove everything. Okay, okay, leave it like that. uh, yes, from here I will remove. Okay, instead of this, okay, what I am doing, I will create one function. Okay, function with name of book. Okay, now I'm not going to create any method. I create one function and which has uh, title. Okay, title of that book. It has author of that book, and it has language of that book. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm creating three properties under the function. Okay, function. Okay, sorry, my English is not good actually, but with you guys I'm learning. Hmm. ah Now what happened here, what we will do, we will, because we are using function, and function we are, because this is the function, built-in function, and within the function we are creating some method on it. Okay, so in order to explain our JavaScript, what we are doing, we are creating some function and creating some property. We already creating some property on it, but we are assigning some value on it. Okay, how we assign this value? We will assign this dot. You see, title is automatically coming here. Title is equal to title. Okay, this dot author. Okay, this is the, built-in function which will able to understand that the property, this property has some value. When we will pass this value, this function will automatically detect from the method. From which method? This method where we are available at this moment. You get my point? So this author will be assigning as author whatever. Okay, I give you further this. What is this author? This author is this property. Title is this property. Whenever we will pass any value, it will automatically comes under this method actually. Okay. Another thing, this dot language. Okay, is equal to language. Okay. Let's go ahead. Then you will able to understand what does it mean exactly. Okay. Now under body, okay, right now we have created one function, and under the function we only define some attributes on it, and there will be some value. What are the value? We have to define under the body function actually. Okay, and body function, what we are doing, we have creating one variable with name of my book. In this book, my book, we are creating, you know one method on it. Okay, the what is the method? Now we are creating one method with name of new book, and in this new book we will passing some value on it. Okay, for example, we'll have JavaScript, we'll have Abdul Rahman. Okay, and okay, and we have English. Okay, fine. Now, what happened? We will use the same document.write function. Book title is, what is the title is? Book title is, now here, instead of this subject object, this book dot object, what I will call, this object, which is my book, dot. Now here we have so many things: title, language, author. Okay, so I will pass title over here. Okay, and break it. Here what I do, instead of my this one, my book dot author will automatically coming here, and also I will say my book dot language. Okay, so these three things will automatically coming here. Okay, so let's see the result on it. For this, see, book title is JavaScript, book author is Abdul Rahman, book language is English. So what happened here, we create a function, we assign the value, but how we assign the value? We assign the value with this variable. Okay, later on we will learn how we assign these value by the way of user parameter. User will, uh, input some value on it, and then we able to retrieve that data. So this is another way of, defining the object. I will write this thing over here in order for you guys to do some practice at home. Okay.
So they basically are the same thing.
Huh?
Object and function are basically the same thing.
Yes. Not same thing. Function is something which is returning the value. An object is something which has storing some value, and then it will return. Okay. Okay. Now, because we are going to, learn this object thing in very depth. Um, let's have one more example. Okay. Uh, in the example which we are learning, it show how to add a function along with an object. Okay, we will mix up the two things, object and function, in the next example. Okay, so what happened, uh, okay, I'm going to write one function function with name of add price. Okay, add price, I will put only one amount, one thing, one variable over here, amount, and I'll say this dot price is equal to what? Amount. My amount will automatically comes under that price. Okay, this is my simple function. And let me create another function with name of book. Okay, what book have, I will create pass to property title, and author. Okay, and then this dot title is equal to title, and this dot author is equal to author. Okay, so this is the thing. And also I am going to create another thing, this dot add price. What I am doing, I am calling function within the function. Okay, add price, and what is the add price? Is equal to add price. Okay, So whatever at price, amount will come automatically, it will come like that. Okay. Now how it perform, let's see. Again, this my book, I keep it like that. New book, I will say JavaScript, uh, Abdul Rahman. Okay. Over here I will remove this part, third part. Let's remove it. Um, and at the same time, what I do, I will semicolon, and my book, dot at price, and the price of my book is 2500. Okay. So I pass this value over here. uh, Document dot write, book dot title is equal to, will remain the same, my book dot title. Okay. And book author will remain same, my book dot author. Okay. And another thing is book prices. What is the price? Book price is my book dot price. You see, automatically it will come. My book dot price automatically will come. Let's see what will be the result. See, book name is JavaScript, book author is Abdul Rahman, and book price is 2500. So automatically is appearing over here. Okay. So this is the thing which you have to, you have to learn by the way of doing some practice at home. Okay. I copied here, and also I copy here as well. Okay. So this is the object which we have learned, like, how we call object within object. Now let's learn one more thing, the word with. Okay. The with keyword is used as kind of shorthand for referencing an object properties or method. Okay. I'm sure this is not too much for you, but we have, please bear with me. Today we need to, cover many things related to the object. We are learning with object. Okay. For example, let us, as I said, the object specified as an argument to with become the default object for the duration of the blocks that follows. The properties and method for the object can be used without naming the object. Actually, let me explain you how we, how we do it like that. Okay. For example, we have this function with the add price. I already, set the properties. Now, instead of, you know, uh, instead of using this word, like that, I will say, what I do, let me remove this. Okay. If I will say with this, means within this function, I am calling the function, with this. And also let me create one more function on it. I will say price is equal to amount. Okay. Let's see how it, it will give us, the result. uh, Again, in the in another function with the book, I create one function. This dot title is equal to title, this dot author is equal to author, this dot price, I will say this dot price is equal to, I will say 0. Okay. I'm not going to add another price over here, but at the same time I will say this dot add price is equal to add price. What we are doing over here, Allah Allah Allah. Okay, what we are doing here, we are assigning that method as property with this price. Okay, let's see how we can use these properties in our body function. Okay, I will use the same thing. My book, new book. I will have this one, this one. Okay, my book dot add price is equal to 2500. Let me change the value 5000. I will say document dot write my book dot title. Okay, I will say same. My book dot author, it will remain same. Here my book dot price, it will remain the same. Okay, so the things is remain the same. The thing which are changing over here, we are using with this button over here with help of some reference. Let's see the output of that thing. See, the output is the with book title. Okay, no, why this? Hmm. Okay, book title is this one. Book author is Abdul Rahman. Book price is 5000. Okay, so we learned some new word over here, the with with number. Okay, so today we have learned in depth of objects. Okay, how object perform, what kind of what is this, what is with. Okay, and each and everything we have learned in this this object class. Hope you have understand. If you don't, I suggest you to please do some practice at home, specifically with the object, because we are going to use this object in detail in our next classes. Okay, so please let me know if there is any other things you wanted to know. Otherwise, in our next class, we will learn something about the number objects. Okay, again, so we will covering something related to the object, which will be in depth of number. Okay, and also we will start something about in number we will have so many things: precision and decimal value and this thing. We will learn about boolean, what is the boolean number, and also we will learn about string. So these three things we will learn in detail by using of object method. Okay, and uh, then we will cover so many other thing in our upcoming classes as well. So but in our next class we will learn about object number, object boolean, and object string. Okay, so I will conclude my today's class over here. If there is any question, please ask me. Should I exit my session now? Okay. I assume there is nothing to ask. So please do some good practice at home, and inshallah we will continue learning something. And also in our next class, Abdul Rahman will give you some demonstration of one of his project. He created one the task list basically. If you have so this will be your live demo, and I want every one of you to learn that this project and perform at your home as well. So Abdul Rahman will take you through step by step on that project, and inshallah you will perform at your home by using of JavaScript. Okay, student. Inshallah, see you next time, next week. Assalamu alaikum. Bye bye.